this next problem here, we have Janice. She's investing part of her $1,000 at 8% and part of it at 15%. So after 1 year, her investments are worth $1,104.50. So how much was invested at each rate? So we have to make sure we kind of understand the financial part of this. We have $1,000 to start. We end up with $1,104.50. So the appreciation or the gain is $104.50. So we need to make sure that that's kind of clear. The gain is what we're going to look what we're looking at. That's our interest. Okay, so that's what we're gonna gain based on the interest that we are earning for those investments. Okay, so how do I set this up? So again, we're going to look at the very last sentence. How much was invested at each rate? Okay, so that gives us an indication of how we set up our variables. So I'm going to let x equal how much, the amount, okay, invested at each rate. Well, the rates are 8% and 15%. So x is going to be an amount invested at, let's just make that 8%. And then y is going to be the amount, okay, because that's how much invested at the other percentage, which is 15%. Okay, so it's 1 year, so that /a means per year, per annum, or per year, so that's just 1 year, so we only have to worry about 1 year's worth of calculations here. So I've established my variables. I've got two variables. I need to now come up with two relationships. Okay, so how am I going to come up with two relationships? Okay, well, here's the amount invested. Well, the total amount is 1,000. So I'm going to come up with my first equation. That looks kind of easy. The total amount is $1,000. But I need one more. I need one more relationship here. The other relationship is going to be from the gain or the interest earned. So how do I calculate interest earned? The $104.50. How do I go about calculating that interest? Well, part of it was earned at 8%. Well, that's just a percentage calculation at 8%. So a percentage calculation of 8% is 0.08 times the amount invested. The interest rate calculation or percent calculation for 15% is going to be 0.15, and then I need to times that by the amount invested, which we defined as y. So there it is. I have my two equations, two variables. I have my system. Okay, so I'm going to do a substitution here. I'm going to let y equals 1,000 minus x, and then I'm going to plug it into my equation 2. So equation 2 was 104.50 is equal to 0.08x plus 0.015, and instead of using y, we're going to use the equivalent 1,000 minus x. I have one variable. That was my goal. So I'm going to now solve this. So 104.50 is equal to 0.08x plus, that's going to be 150 minus 0.15x. Okay, so combine like terms, 0.07x negative. Subtract 150 from both sides. I have $45.50 negative. Okay, so I subtracted that. I need a calculator here. I'm going to calculate my value by dividing by 0.015. Okay, so